What do we need? Well, we can approve the agenda from last meeting. It's not all we can do. We go back, can't check that. Okay. We are recording. I can pause it.
Thomas took the agenda, I first the agenda, this person is approved to approve the minutes. Right. So from May 26, 2026.
Let's see.
So, motion to approve the minutes.
I've got a motion. Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And I'm an abstention, Tom. It's not here.
Did Mike, did you open your mic?
Sorry, I
Sorry, I didn't. Sorry, Mike, I didn't realize you were up there.
yeah, hiding back here in the crowd.
Did you vote for approval of the minutes?
I did, yes.
Okay.
Right, so next thing is the application 2520C, and RVs in continuation. So obviously I wasn't here at the last meeting. I understand there was discussion regarding the conditional use. No determination was made.
Right, so we had left it off that the applicant would bring us more information at this meeting.
Okay. The applicant here?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so before we get going, anybody that's going to speak tonight, I'll just swear you in. So do you swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, to the best of your knowledge, and to the pains and penalties of perjury? Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to write down everybody that said that. Yes, right. So maybe you could give Tommy a name, that'd be helpful.
I know the names. He's got it.
So additional information that we're looking, what were we hoping to get?
So at the last meeting, it was undetermined how many campsites there would be, where they would be. Those were the basic things. We did relay the information that above a certain number of campsites, you had to have a state permit. For a campsite, probably needs a wastewater permit.
Do we know what that's not in our bylaws, right?
That's not in our bylaws, that's a state issue.
What do you know the number?
I think it's like 4 or 6.
Oh,
Did you look into that at all, Wayne?
I did.
And they told you what? Nothing? You think?
Well, I'm not gonna go as large to need a wastewater permit, so. And the only thing coming to our place is self-contained units. At this time,
Does that mean a camper?
right?
Okay.
Or a van, whichever. That's their.
So meaning like no tenants lean to pop-ups, any of that?
No, I mean, I have spaces laid out in the future for some of that. One permanent site, you know,
Like one permanent tent site.
yeah.
Do we have a like an aerial map of the?
I think we just take through the map first.
Oh, okay.
I can get you this here.
There's the rules that I had written on the. this from last. None of this stuff is what, none of this is the camp, right? Right, so conflict file.
No, that's after this. So.
This is the most visual representation we have.
Visual representation. Yeah. I've never been.
So West Hill. Frontage on West Hill, or is it off?
So this goes here, the frontage. It's all of this. This is a right of way to a lot in the back, this orange right here, right?
Yeah, and Loop Road comes off of the right of way.
You all went on both sides of that
I do.
right of way.
And this is somebody else over here.
This is Gold Ridge.
It's this guy here.
Okay. And it's Pendergrass.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it. Taylor here. Yeah, he's here.
Okay.
Oh, this is.
Are there any improvements on the site? Do you have like a house there or wastewater or?
I have a house at the top of the hill. This is just some parking area at the bottom.
So you live like up toward,
The little dot, the blue dot that goes all the way to the top, that's the driveway, goes to my house up top of the hill.
gotcha, okay. Okay. That's not Jones Lane, that's somebody else's driveway.
No, that's. Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah, Johnson.
okay, so that's here. Here.
This.
Doesn't show up on here. Oh, it's just a
Little
little
bit.
bit.
Okay.
Gotcha, okay. Somebody else's house, it's like here. Ish,
That must be that.
probably, okay. Right, so this, everything is, so all these rectangles down the bottom, what is that, south?
Plus.
So that goes uphill and off the right of way. I've cut back a bunch of trees that had grown up the last 30 years or whatever. And gained back some of the property, and I'm gonna bench cut where the parking area is. And the loop road goes into the bench cuts, so you can drive in and drive out.
So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's just a representation. I'm gonna put those slots in there for my personal usage, no matter. That's what I'm doing with that chunk. And it's gonna be multi-use for storage, for equipment, for whatever I deem I wanna put there. You gotta get your choice because of whatever size unit you bring with you. You bring a shorter unit, you pick a shorter slot. Bring a bigger unit, take the bigger one, because it's kind of a triangle as it goes up.
So how many sites are you proposing now?
3.
3 total?
Yep. I have my personal camper.
That's one?
Yeah, sure. ADU, I don't know, however you want to call it. And then
And then 2 others?
at some point, a primitive tent site, but I don't have that right now. But all I want at the place is self-contained units anyways.
So 9 units or less.
The lodging. in a rural
It's conditions.
conditional, okay. And this falls under lodging, is
That's what we've been.
that's our closest.
That's what we do.
The ADU falls under lodging,
Well, no, the ADU is something completely different.
right?
It's a permanent structure.
Well, yeah, probably is, but you could set up a camper as a ADU also. You know, different than a tiny house. A tiny house is no different than a camper.
Right.
The, yeah, the ADU isn't something we even review. We, you know, that's something that the.
So I had three different campers there, self-contained. At the same time, if it happened, which I don't know if it's gonna happen.
I mean, if that's what you want us to approve.
Yeah, that, or two there and one primitive.
Well, like I was saying, if you want to have an ADU, that's not really anything to us.
Perfect, so there's three,
It's something you probably have to get a building permit for. That's about it.
it's a camper, man, and
But that would be, this is the state doing ADUs now, or they just said, and it's all permitted now, right?
Yes, it's not a conditional use. So we wouldn't be reviewing it. That would be Tom's review.
But if there's an ADU that's not on the septic, like existing house, and that's state wastewater permit,
That is a state wastewater permit, ADUs, but again, that's nothing to do with us.
right?
But an ADU is considered to be housed, so it's not, it probably wouldn't qualify for the self-contained thing, but that's not what we govern here. We're not covering the wastewater or water at all. It's pretty much between you and the state.
well, for right now, just self-contained, a few self-contained campers.
Question.
Just a general question. So how do you know somebody's complied with wastewater?
Like the town or another resident?
Well, if wastewater is involved in these conditional things, how do you know that the owner has complied?
We don't know. I mean, you can contact the state. I'm sure it's public
So
record.
somebody could tell you they're going through the process and not, and you wouldn't know.
That's absolutely right. Yes.
Well, and it's my understanding of the documents that we do have on our permits, there is a requirement for a wastewater number, so the permit can't be valid without that wastewater number.
It's irrelevant in this situation.
In terms of the camping, I would believe so. If it is an ADU, then that's. Yeah,
It's still irrelevant at this moment.
Porta John on the property.
I don't have one there right now. I did speak with Taplin. He's happy to set up a contract of any sort.
So the campers being self-contained basically are the wrong.
You're assuming that you can avoid that problem by having self-contained.
Yeah, it's a minimal stay. You come in, you leave. It's usually people passing through, traveling. That's how I used it in the past. You know,
These are the conditions that the development put on it.
it's just some rules that I wrote in the hip camp. It's just basic stuff.
Well, if you have a camper on site and it's self-contained, how and do you have a plan on how and when to drain that?
That's not for that place. It's their problem.
They would have to leave.
No, but you said you have a camper that you plan to rent out on site as well.
Yeah, I just called Taplin.
Okay, so, okay.
Anyone else have any questions for sure?
Well, he's got quite an extensive ad on Hipcamp.
You know, I'm not gonna sit and listen to anything from any of them. I gave you the paperwork, y'all, let me know what your decision is. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Well, there's got a bit of other things that he's advertised.
I did read through it last week or whenever Tom sent it.
So one of the first paragraph in conditional use 3.02, right? Or the second paragraph, purpose. Purpose of the conditional use is to, there's sort of a sentence kind of redacted, but says extend the development options, but I think it's reworded now, but the key being without causing undue impact upon other property owners or violating the objective of the districts as stated in section 6. Right, so I think that's the whole purpose of this.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that's, I think when you get into the general standards, I think it kind of breaks that down with a lot, the first two items are the capacity of the existing or planned community facilities or services and the existing pattern and use of development in the area affected, et cetera, et cetera. Still.
right.
Yeah,
Did we ask for him to take his ad down or
Yes, you did.
we did,
We
right?
did. I don't know if it's in the minutes or not, but. Suspend operation of existing hip campsites until there's compliance.
The fact that I don't know that the ad needs to come down as long as he's not looking.
Right, exactly.
But who monitors that?
And
Well, I guess that's up to you guys. If you're seeing activity there to,
okay,
Have you
Let the
been
zoning-
seeing campers going in now?
no, but what I'm concerned about, and I asked him this last time, is what he's saying and what you're seeing on the ad are two different things. And I asked him specifically about the motocross.
Yeah.
And he said,
this is, that was like under like the proposed.
well, he's got it right here. It's in the very first page. Come on up.
yeah, it's the second paragraph of this.
Oh, yeah, it says-
Amenities says the property offers ample space for self-contained vans and RVs, plus access to our mountain bike park and motocross club track.
So now people are paying and they're going to use his motocross track.
So there is a motocross track currently there.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, sure. You can see it from space.
Right on the Google Maps, you can see that if you
Yeah.
pull it back.
Yeah, I had it up just a minute ago.
So I think we did have a little discussion about that as to whether he could charge for that.
Maybe that's the trailer noise or woods.
Maybe.
That's a totally different business than campground.
Right, I think.
I mean, I think that's, he.
Yeah, so
He's
we're.
like saying, no, this is, and,
At least I'll speak for myself.
yeah,
So he described it last time as a club. So it's not a business, the way he framed it. Yeah,
Okay. Yep.
we're here. And he had very specific times that it would be active. And it seemed reasonable, his times, but if he's getting people passing through, as he says, and they want to use the motocross, that could be anytime, right? So, but his application's for a campground,
Yeah,
and I think we need, as a board, to stick to that, right? His application as a campground. And we can only follow the statute and approve or deny as he applies. Then, if he's going outside of the scope of his campground, that's another matter that we can get into.
So what do we do?
I think
What
you,
recourse do we have as neighbors? He's gonna have, now people are paying to use his track.
the zoning administrator, so you would report it to Tom. And then.
the track, yeah.
a piece of his track is on our property. And we.
It's now posted.
It's posted.
It's on your property?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
We're gonna get a survey done.
The survey has been done, the pin is there, it has been posted. It's become very abrasive since then.
Did he reroute the track once the pin has been set and the line has been established?
He has not moved the track.
Has he used it?
The riders did last night, his club riders come in on Tuesdays, 4 to 8. That has been consistent for the past 2 years. I'll also note that major improvements he has made since he got a tractor 2 years ago. This is not some little dirt track.
Oh, no, we can see that satellite.
Yeah. So the riders went around, they did not trespass. The footprint, the track, 15 feet of dirt, 30 feet by 15 feet of dirt is still there. But the riders, thankfully, went around.
I'm guessing communication hasn't taken place to have that part of your property kind of return to its previous state.
Based on the abuse that I got because I posted it, after I had warned him and asked him multiple times after the survey, I thought I'd let him chill out a little bit. Because he's been too busy developing his sites. His campground.
Yeah, and what happened to
Separate from this
residential?
application. Is that still through Tom?
What's
Like
that?
a property boundary concern? Where
No,
did that
that
go?
would be the sheriff.
Sheriff's Department, okay.
But it's posted.
Good.
The track is still there. I don't even dare ask him to fix the track. But I'd like to plant some trees there. Maybe put up a fence. It's my property.
They'll just cut them. He's been cutting plenty of our trees.
It hasn't.
Yeah,
Is that, he's been clearing his sites? to
he's
cut
clearing
trees?
back, but I haven't gone, there's 2 pins. I haven't drawn a straight line, but he's definitely, and then he pushes the brush into our properties.
It's kind of scary. Yeah, and I will just add, which is just a little side note, his wife has come to my house twice now to plead their case, and I'm like, it's not a very good, the tensions are high. The temperature is high. They wanted to use my right of way to get in to the backside of their land because I have land adjoining to the backside, and I said no. And so that has caused yet more tension.
Where is your?
I'm I'm off of Jones Lane.
On
You guys have a lawn house or?
I'll pull it back up.
On this one, right here, Bossler.
Yes.
Who's Merrill? Is Merrill here? Okay.
So these guys have right of way because they're landlocked land. And that's in my deed. They have right of way, but what Wayne and Vicky have been trying to persuade me is to give them right of way to get into the back side of their property. And I at first said, I would think about it, because I did, I wanted to think about it. But then when I said no, that was because I didn't know what all, they're swirly. They're not telling exactly what they're gonna do. And I didn't want any more traffic on Jones Lane, because God knows there's enough traffic on Jones Lane.
In terms of the conditional use for the camp. To the best of my recollection, he just said 110 site, and just before we proceed, I don't even know exactly what the hell this guy is asking for.
This is the problem.
But I mean, if we move forward, we gotta have a specific. It's too bad that he left, because I have questions for him.
Right, so then you have to deny it, right? Until he comes back and the table and talks about it. Because you haven't talked about noise hours.
Well, he's given us a list of proposed rules.
Yeah, he has quiet times. It'd be great if he had actually put the amount of units.
Like he's saying, he said 3?
Well, he said 2, then he said 1, he said.
I think he's saying whatever number means he doesn't need a wastewater permit. I think that's his goal.
He's being squirrely. Yeah, he's.
Where on the property is he showing the 3 that he wants to use right now? Just curious. Yes, now I see it.
Yeah.
It's down.
You can come up and look at this. It's the,
It's like the.
So he just pass it around.
yeah,
I'm also gonna put it up on the screen.
that's like his conceptual. He said he's got a lot.
Alright, so Prendergast, I know he mentioned that he has a deeded spring ring somewhere in this area. I'm not sure what it is. So that must be taken into consideration. That'd be the Prendergast right there.
Hi, Mr. Brenner, can you hear me?
Yep,
So you have deeded spring rights on, what's Wayne's last name?
Thurston.
Wayne Thurston's property?
I do, yes.
Here's the parcel here.
And I went up to visit Saturday and spoke to Vicky, and I guess they have a well in the area that the spring right was designated.
You actually have a spring there?
There was a spring there, and I guess he's put in a well, so.
Really?
But it's your spring rights, no?
Well, it's his property. I just have rights to use the spring there. Back in 1976 when I first purchased the property.
And is the spring anywhere near where he wants his campsites?
I think, I don't know if you guys can see the mouse up here. I think he was talking about, is this the area?
I think so, where the campsites are.
Yeah, right here.
He's already clearing it out.
Well, you can see it's cleared out here. on this.
Right.
Oh, he's still clearing.
So that's where the spring rights are, in that same spot?
No, it's up further on his driveway, right about there,
here?
right about in there.
Okay.
So there is a spring there that you have rights to, is it? But you said he put a cell next to it?
Brown spot in the yellow, who's right below.
Can I go from point? If we can't see the
I
person.
can't see it.
So from what we're saying, but we're way over here. That's us.
Yeah.
He's been clearing all down here for his site. He's been clearing and burning, clearing and burning. And then what are you saying is the spring is up here? Oh, I don't know.
James.
Right
Yeah.
about there, yeah.
What about here?
Yeah.
Okay, we can't see them.
You can see it right there.
Yeah, I can make it,
Yeah,
I can make it bigger too. But the pointer's more for James to see what we're talking about. And Mike.
So it's not where the proposed sites are.
Right. So he's,
Yeah. That's it, right.
Yeah.
he's basically, he just wants to slide in a couple camper sites, all side by side right here.
what he's saying.
You know, and everything else considered, even if you were to take out the alleged setback violations, you know, I haven't been up there, so I'm not sure what's real, what isn't, but even still, that location where that pointer is right now is close enough to a property line where I would feel comfortable asking for, you know, a surveyed drawing of where those sites are going to be. I mean, I'm all in favor of him being able to do what he wants to do. But you know, I still believe that as a local municipality, having worked with the state on wastewater things, we have a requirement to be demonstrated compliance. We can't enforce it. But when these documents get filed with the town, we have an obligation to be shown compliance. And on top of that, because we're dealing with tight quarters and setback issues, it really would behoove him and us to have a surveyed drawing that shows where he wants to put things. You know, if we had that kind of information, I would be happy to entertain more of this, but with what we've got now, I still feel like we need to table this and get some more information from him.
I think I have to agree with that. I was hoping to have a little bit better of a idea of what he wanted to do and where he wanted to do it.
I thought there was an existing plan that was a little more detailed that had.
That's what he was supposed to bring in. I gave him 3 plans from other. Yeah, I'll put this, because I remember one that was done recently. We thought, we had included. Screening, because it was near a property line. Screening vegetation. I'm gonna put this back on the screen, so it's in the record.
How visible is this area from the neighboring? Mr. Prendergast, how visible would his campsites be where he's proposing them from your property? Is there,
Right there on the line where my name is.
Yeah, right.
so is there vegetation existing now in between on the property line, or it's wide open?
No, it's treed, and he's taken off like 3 or 4 trees on my side, not big ones, 4 or 6 inch diameter, but wasn't going to make a big deal out of it.
And I think I agree with Michael.
That's exactly my thought. I
Yeah.
need more detailed information. I don't have enough to. All right, I entertain a motion to, oh, sorry.
Another question. Can we address the self-contained unit now, or do you want to just like wait till you get the survey?
If you have questions, we can talk about it, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna make any.
So when he says self-contained, he's saying RV.
Yeah.
Or like you said, a van.
Van like.
That would have its own water and septic.
Septic
storage in the unit.
And that's what I was asking him. They take it with them
Yes.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I know some campgrounds will have a septic station. And it doesn't sound like he's planning to build anything on that.
Oh, I just have to,
Later down his neighbors.
I just have to go by the ad he put in. Right? I mean, he's laid out a plan, what he's got planned.
Yeah.
This is his dream. Right?
Yeah.
He wants motocross. He wants self-contained units. He says generators are okay. Not so crazy about that.
Well, if he has hours,
That would be a noise thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
we know it. The whole motocross issue. That's noise.
yeah, so are we taking notes on what things we'd like to see in his plan? Such as, I mean, he has some pretty basic rules, right? Where is that here? So, in a handwritten list of rules. Yeah,
I mean, I will point out, section 4.31. The third item is water and air quality. It says the board shall determine that the proposal will not result in undue water noise, or air pollution.
So, Niesh didn't get to bring in RVs.
I'm sorry.
The permit for Niesh Forest years ago,
Oh, right.
they didn't get to have RVs.
That was their choice. We did not require that.
Or
They didn't want to say.
That was just good sites, right? 3 or 4 or something.
yeah, it's great for the wastewater to stay under the wastewater threshold.
So in his ad here, in a couple of places, but this right here says full hookup RV sites.
Well, you may have just clicked a thing in the,
Future improvements.
oh,
Yeah, the future improvement is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Well, and to answer the question about self-contained units, the state wastewater rules, have what campgrounds and lodging and things need to do in order to demonstrate compliance based on number of units and occupancy and all these things that are well beyond what we can do as a board. The state already has this compliance thing figured out. So the definition of a self-contained unit and what a self-contained unit will require is at a state level.
And it sounds like the state, it's 4 or more campsites requires a wastewater system and potable water supply system from the DEC. Campgrounds operating more than 12 nights a year must provide permanent toilet facilities and potable water necessary designed by a state licensed professional. And I don't know when it says campsites, if that's a tent site or an RV site or any campsite.
Well, he's being kind of wishy-washy here. He's gonna cut 6 pads. He just said this, right? 5 or 6 pads.
Yeah, it's in his drawings, yeah.
Right, but he's like, oh, well, you know, they can choose where they want to stay. It's like, well, how do you know he's not gonna have 6 people, 6 sites?
It does say a permit exemption. If you have 1 to 3 campsites, no pipe connections, and campers stay fewer than 12 total nights per year, you may be exempt from permitting.
Campers, each camper.
Or the
Or
campground
the whole
operating
campground.
for 12 nights.
That one is a little confusing. When campers stay fewer than 12 total nights. I don't know if that's an aggregate or if that's like you can't stay in that one site for 13 nights. And then I'm sure somebody will be like, okay, well, we'll move to the one right next to it, you know, like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
so when you were talking about it before, there was a limit of like, what, 4 sites? And then it was 12 nights, but I wasn't sure if it was either or and.
Yeah, I don't know. Campgrounds operating more than, it says campgrounds operating more than 12 nights a year must provide permanent toilet facilities.
And I do think that those can be portalettes, but that doesn't happen in this room with this board. That happens at a state level. That compliance happens at a state level.
Right, so. I mean, I don't know, Tom, if we want to give him advice that he should
I've
talk to
given
the
him
state.
3 separate plans.
Oh, he didn't
All
like
of
what you
those- I feel like I'm being set up here. Because if you give him this little thinky thing he's doing, he's gonna do his grand plan. I'm gonna have to be on his case all the time. I don't have time.
And, I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt. So a lot of this, you're saying this is not our deal. It's got to be through the state, but does it have to go through the zoning through you also? With you getting the permits from, or not you getting them, Wayne providing them to you for a zoning so that you would have documentation, even though it's through the state?
He would, I can't get it. He has to.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but at least it would be sitting here in the town office,
Yeah,
all his permits and.
yeah, if Wayne wanted to expand to this dream plan where he does require a state wastewater permit, we need to have that permit number in the conditional use application for that expansion.
So that's why we're trying to pin him down on the number of sites he wants.
Right,
'Cause
right,
that's
and
what
he's-
his permit will cover, and
Right.
nothing more.
And then if he goes outside the scope of this permit, then we'll have a chat.
What happens from the chat, just out of curiosity? Is there a fine or?
Could be, yeah.
But to me, it would depend on the process. If he, let's say hypothetically, he applies for and is granted use of 2 sites. I'm making a number up. This is entirely hypothetical. And then he sees that this is doing something he wants to continue, and he wants to apply for 2 more sites and invest the amount of capital that it's going to take to make all of the concerns go away. He addresses the air quality, the water quality, the noise pollution, the wastewater things. He does all the things that both the state and the local zoning admin and the DRB need to see in order to make everything work. Then he would resubmit for another application. We would amend this conditional use, and all of us would sit in this room and go through this again. I think part of the breakdown here, what it feels like to me, is he's not sure what is allowable, so he is asking for us to conditionally restrict him to what we are willing to accept. The problem I have with that is that I don't have enough information to even start that process in my mind.
I think, Tom, if you just let him know that we need to know the number of sites and pretty much like exactly where they're gonna be in terms of the project, that would be a really great place to start. He's gotta have, I mean, this is his application, right? It's like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I can't order any dinner at a restaurant. He's gotta tell us what he wants.
So, but if he expands, now you got a campground in the middle of residential area.
Well, he can't just, he can just do it, but then he would be in violation. He has to come back here. If we approve, say, 2 sites or whatever, like we're saying, then that's all he's allowed to have. And if he does want to expand, then
Right.
it's a reapplication.
And I think he needs to understand that. I mean, I mean, what I have heard, well, again, it wasn't from him, it was from Vicky, his wife, who went to my house twice. Was that we can do whatever we want to, we're just gonna go through the state. And I mean, and I tried to talk to her about, no, I mean, the town has a conditional use permit. So there's a lot of misinformation, or they're getting information from too many people that don't really know. And they're just taking what they want out of it and kind of going with it. But so that's why I say, hopefully, whatever gets written down, that Wayne gets it, that, he can do whatever he wants with a written document, but at least he has it. And you'll know that you gave it to him so that he won't come back and say, well, no, you didn't say that.
Anyone want to add anything to the list that I just gave to Tom? How many sites, where they're gonna be?
Are you asking for the survey?
Yeah, like how detailed of a drawing?
Are you asking for me to ask how this property is surveyed?
Michael, what do you think?
Are there questions as to where like the corner pins are, like here and here? Mr. Prendergast, do you have survey pins on the northwest and northeast corners of your property?
It's a long stretch back in 1978, I think. I can't remember if we put pins in those corners. I thought we had.
There is one pin that James and I border.
Where the three of you guys come together
Where
there?
you come together, there's a pin there.
Yeah.
I know that pin is still there, and then if you go, I don't know if that's north, whatever direction you're headed, along our property where we meet Marbles, there is a pin there. And that's where I brought up the question about his building. He was supposed to move it because his building is right on the property line.
Who's building?
Wayne.
Oh, okay.
And when we bought the property in 13, he said he was in the process of moving it, but it hasn't gone anywhere yet.
So it sounds like those 2 pins are known.
Those 2 pins are there, and then
That one. not sure.
Marble did have his property surveyed, so that pin that was on the corner of mine, Marbles, and Wayne should be a solid reference.
Is that this one right on the big screen up here? Is that this?
We've got that one, I know where it is, because we tap along James's property, and then that one right here is by, that's where Marble, us, and Wayne touch.
Now, this parcel here is also Wayne's, right?
No,
Yes.
Yes, okay.
So why is that green line where it comes down perpendicular to the property line of middle of Pendergrass?
This one?
Next one down, right there.
Yeah, it's a different lot, but it's also owned by Wayne.
Okay, so there may be a pin there.
So he owns this, but somebody else owns this.
Yes, this is owned by,
Farm, is that Kathy?
No, it's, on the town maps, it's really.
this one is
Kathy.
Catherine. McManaman?
Right? Well, it's what McCann.
McCann?
Yeah,
Okay.
When you hit the block, the lot below, what is it?
It says it's not attached to the grand list.
Right there.
That one?
Yeah. But I'm pretty
He's
sure,
claiming it as his, I believe.
yeah,
That's his plan.
yeah, I think last time he said this was his, because his driveway comes through this, right?
That was where I had that question about road frontage.
Right,
And
right.
that was his road frontage.
Yeah. So he's building campsites here, so I think Michael would like to see a very detailed drawing. I don't know if that wording is good enough, very detailed, or do we need it to be like survey, professional survey
Well,
quality?
we haven't required that by anybody else, but.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, there's some alleged, like I said before, there's some alleged property line disputes, which is not a DRB matter. That's a ZA matter, or sheriff's matter, however that functions. But all that I need to see is that he does not intend to build to the property line. That he understands that there's 25-foot setbacks, that there is a right of way through there that needs to be cleared, right? Because that's how we get to Mr. Prendergast is
Right.
along that dotted line.
That is my right of way from 1976.
So, in order to make sure that your lot does not become landlocked, we need to make sure that that right of way is maintained and not infringed on. Those are the kinds of things that I want to see. I want to make sure that he understands the setbacks and that he understands the right of way, and he doesn't plan to infringe on that. I don't need Matt Reed's name at the bottom of it with a stamp. I just, the drawing that Dolan screen shared showed the lots teeing directly up to the property lines, and obviously we can't allow something that's in direct violation of the documents.
Does a campsite need a 25-foot setback?
I think most anything needs a 25-foot. I thought.
If there's any infrastructure involved. But.
Even driveways require 10 feet in
Right.
in the rural district. I think one of the only exemptions to that is fencing.
All right, so Max, you have a list. So we're survey drawing, placement of campsites, or not survey, but a drawing, a detailed drawing.
Detailed drawing, and then number of campsites, and then their exact placement.
And from there, we can attack the rest of the list, which is the, noise pollution, the wear on the roads, the, input from neighbors.
The noise. What is it, air and water quality?
Yeah, those are just in the general conditional use criteria. There's like 4 of them that we go through.
Okay. What else is on the list?
I think right now, that's to even get started, that's kind of.
I'm thinking of the sort of the precedents we have with the NEJ. Was there anything specific in the rules that we needed?
Some of the things with the. Which one was, it was off a private road,
Okay.
so. To take the landowners along that private road into a little bit of consideration, that may be why they opted out of the RVs.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that sounds familiar, actually.
So there was some dispute over who was gonna maintain that road. So the access, I mean, if this is where these lots are gonna be, my question would be, is the access gonna be off his driveway or off Mr. Pendergrass's right of way?
Do the same thing.
It looks like his driveway veers off at a.
Yeah.
point there.
Yeah.
Looks like they split right about where the campsites
All
are.
right. Okay, the move road from 10 feet from line, it looks like it's actually coming in on. What it goes to the corner. So what I was looking at was this here looping around. This is what he's actually calling the loop road, 10 feet from the line. That's probably other access.
Oh, not from the driveway.
That would be like that.
Sorry, are you an applicant? I need to swear you in.
Okay.
You swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth to the best of your knowledge and the pain presented is a person.
Yes,
Okay.
What's your name?
Vicky Thurston. Sorry, I was late from work.
Okay,
Apologize.
well, good. 'Cause waiting
Oh,
out.
all right.
He just doesn't have the patience for the pettiness.
So back to my question here, the access to whatever number of lots you're gonna have here is gonna be off this loop road. And your driveway's actually at the other end of these lots, or?
No, so, sorry. We come in, is this our drive, like the beginning of our driveway? Right here. So, and so they'd go up our driveway and it would be, they would have access through our driveway, not
Okay.
through the. I mean, I know it's kind of all the same until you get to the corner. We both have the same access, but they would go up our driveway to access those campsites.
Not down here.
Right.
Okay. Is this a road?
It kind of, sort of, it's like a class 4 road
Oh,
going
okay.
back there. It's not been it's established enough for the pentagram, for the gentleman to get back there. But like, it's more of a logging road in a sense.
It's not like an improved driveway.
So
Right.
he actually accesses this lot, his lot right here by going over here.
Yes. Yes.
Is this the property line?
The property line is after the driveway. Or before the driveway. It's like,
It's right where it's drawn, right?
yeah. I mean, it's right on the border of each other.
So Tom, I would add on that list, this easement right here needs to also be planned.
And how close to the property line can these things be?
Well, roads and it's in your.
Just to the road,
I mean, it's
the side of the road?
His, I think we own a little over his onto the other side.
Of that loop road.
Right, his goes down in. We just have the same entrance. Does that make sense?
So I have the map. Okay.
Mr. Prendergast, how wide is your easement, do you know?
25 feet.
Okay.
And so this is the shared driveway here.
Yes.
All right, and where does it split?
At the corner down there.
Down here?
Yep,
Okay,
and it goes in the back to his land
Through
And
the
then-
woods.
through the woods.
Okay.
this way.
Yeah, and he's got a thing up where his land starts.
Right,
He put a sign up this
Yep.
weekend. We caught
and then the campsites are in this
in that
area
little grassy area.
And they're gonna access off your driveway.
Yes,
here.
yep.
And do
Where
you-
is the property line in Prendergrass?
So I can flip to the other screen. Yeah. So it doesn't show those two parcels show separate, but I guess the driveway comes in somewhere over here. I don't know if this is an old satellite image.
You can kind of see it right there, can't
You
you?
can a little bit, yeah.
North there with your cursor.
Right,
Right
right
there.
there.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's
Yep.
right on that line.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is the corner. And
Yeah.
that's where the other right of way goes.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Is there a dwelling on this one?
No,
No.
So Tom, did you add that to the list? The right of way?
About the right of way.
the plans of the campsites where the right of way exists in relation to everything else.
Yeah, the right of way needs to be maintained.
Between the both of us, the right of way has been maintained pretty good.
So can you tell us how many campsites there are gonna be?
I mean, there's not much land there, so you can't do a whole bunch. He was thinking of, just a few tent sites down there.
Campsites, when he was here earlier, it was RVs.
Was it RVs?
No offense.
No tents. So maybe his plans changed since I've been answered that from, but maybe it was 3 or 4. I mean, there's still not enough land to do more than 3 or 4 comfortably. Sorry, I thought.
The reason
I
why
was thinking.
we're asking is because at the threshold of 3, if it's more than 3, it's gonna require state.
Okay, then it's 3.
So 3, that's the number that you're settling on.
I mean, unless. Yes,
Okay.
So 3 what? 3 RVs?
3
tents?
RVs, 3 RVs. If that's what he said when he came, that means.
So Tom, the list, so we basically, we're gonna send a list home or whatever.
Yeah.
of Things that we really need to proceed is the exact number of sites.
Yep.
A detailed drawing of this area with the right of way. And am I missing something on that list, Tom? The right of way on the detailed drawing, now it sounds like we know for sure now it's 3 sites. But just to firm that up.
Just in case I missed something,
Yeah, I'm writing it down too.
And the access to those.
how they're getting there.
Yeah.
Okay, to make sure it
So,
doesn't.
so
affect-
when, the sketch that he's got here, just like 6 or 7 sites here.
Okay,
He's got a pretty site.
so after 3, he has to have state approval. So,
No, we can do up to 9? In terms of the regulations of the town of Wolcott, but in terms of water systems,
and
they're going to require, when you get over 3, then it requires a wastewater system and potable water supply permit.
Okay.
I will say,
I'm just gonna write that.
you should take this up with the state. There are permit exemptions. It says if you have up to 3 campsites with no pipe connections and campers, stay fewer than 12 total nights per year, you may be exempt from permitting. It doesn't say you are. So I would definitely check with the state on what exactly their language says. And it's probably DEC, which is the Department of Environmental Conservation, I think. Yep.
okay,
You may have to call them. I don't know, maybe, or do you want to search around their site? It may be readily available.
Is there a list of stuff too?
I mean, I've been writing it down as I've heard it. Oh, this is his rule.
But if RVs are self-contained units,
RVs are self-contained units.
okay, the tents are.
I don't know what I'm getting now. He wasn't committing to that.
I'll get confirmation tonight.
Okay.
I'm really
Yeah.
sorry. My plan was to be out early so that we could have a game plan together, and the state showed up at our place. Or I work for mental health, so the state showed up to do a review. I apologize.
So are we gonna close this and come to another meeting next month with
We will recess the hearing.
these new findings, new permit, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Details,
Thank you.
which we thought we would have tonight.
So at this point, I would entertain a motion to recess the hearing until July, whatever, July.
I think it's the 23rd, 22nd, I think. Yeah, July 22nd.
22nd.
Yeah.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
Any further discussion?
We're also gonna add in setbacks, just to clarify setback, if it's structure or not.
Yeah, I was just looking through our language. It talks a lot about structures. I didn't quite get into the.
I don't, I doubt that there's anything more specific about it than there would be as to how close to the edge of your property you could park a car.
Yeah, there's setbacks, there's roads, other property lines, lakes and ponds. How you measure it, structures that are exempt. So,
But RVs might be exempt because they're mobile. I mean, it's not a fixed unit, it's just moving it out.
Right. But I mean, it doesn't really look like there would be any reason why the RV would be closer than 25 feet. I mean, there is a 25-foot right of way between the backs of these lots and the property line anyway, so. They can't impede on that.
yeah, it says that this, if you're looking at a road setback, it needs to be. It's measured from the edge of the easement. Anything else? All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Mike,
Yes.
thank you. Days, abstentions, okay. So we are recessed until July 22nd. Yes, Norman Howell, Game Asian.
It's present for games subdivision.
This one,
Well, that's last week. There was no survey for that.
this is the first one on the list here. So this one.
Yep. That's not here. So looking at starting the next one.
Thanks so much.
The next one. And I'll go look.
This,
For the game, maybe.
oh,
And then this, they changed.
so this, two lot subdivision, 15 lot. Lot two, one, 60 buildings, 1.1.
That's as a church.
So what did they do? They separated.
They separated the.
Oh, when you're looking at the church.
Be right here, be right, I'm not leaving with.
What are they doing? So they still own both, they just want to separate the buildings? The church.
That's a recharge.
Yeah, you already submitted the survey last one, I didn't have these.
Yeah.
So is there something on that we need to decide? Oh,
Just,
That's right here.
if you agree, this is the,
That's the,
the game.
so this is the church
Game
thing.
haven.
And they got their sign up.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
and a door, yeah.
I don't have a
Real
pen.
This has a technicality, this survey was way. Over.
Sunday last week.
Oh, okay. Right, so that was, and then Tom came. So,
Game Haven. You were.
Oh, this is just getting around stuff.
no, I read the whole thing. It's basically like people are gonna hang out and play video games or board games,
Board games, card games.
whatever kind of games.
Yep.
And then
Board
you guys,
games.
oh, the hours were on here,
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Retail, playing games stuff or games, space play games. For up to 34 people.
They're gonna fit 34 people in.
20 square feet, is it?
Oh, there's a fire marshal. Perfect.
Oh, and do they have like a bathroom in there?
Yeah, that's.
Okay. Oh,
And their hours are alternate the other business in that building,
oh,
so
that's,
there wouldn't be cross traffic. So there wouldn't be like double the traffic in a given time.
right, so on Friday at 5, the other guys are out,
Yep.
these guys start, and then they don't operate on Saturdays and Sundays.
So you have the farm stand next door.
Yep.
No one do traffic.
And you said the fire marshal,
Or he came in with that
Yeah.
information.
I brought that.
oh, really?
Yeah, good. They had a very specific number.
34, that was,
Four.
based on the size of the
It's
place?
based, yeah, based on what the fire marshal.
Hmm.
Approved.
Then this is the only other thing here. What is, this goes with this?
James Brown.
Okay.
Back in. We can submit it again.
Yours is? The big reflections.
Very, very good.
Is this one on time?
It's.
So it's these two,
He's given this to his son's built a house here.
oh, this is the place with that lean-to thing that has like some of the equipment in it, it's like kind of right across from Alder, the
Yes.
arts place.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, because you can't really see, they have the field in that little building, but their stuff is out here.
Right.
Shane's house there and his son's house.
We did all our geology work, I think.
Yeah. Michael, out of that.
That figured,
Something.
you guys see it's 26 here and then it,
Yeah, so originally his line was like here. You know, this kind of weird.
yeah,
We ended up. Here. They don't roll the two.
It's not a.
They were- I think it was probably a little under before that.
yeah.
Now it's just a little more.
Wadowski, is that house that's right here? Or is that some?
So,
Yeah.
there's the place with the pond and John.
Yeah,
Double Brian.
and then going this way, there's that one house.
That's
the address?
Aaron.
Okay,
What's the address? Of any of the parcels there?
It's like the same address.
I think you might work.
08006
I will come to you.
for, that's for.
Took me to,
Yeah.
what we did in town. Yeah, that's a bike hike for Jefferson. It's from the road.
Crossroad.
Road.
If they put road, they'll get together with it.
Road and there's curves somewhere.
Near East Hill.
What's that?
Maybe it'll just be the one who takes over this because he can't handle the pettiness. He just, it's petty, stupid.
Well, they weren't even doing stuff, he just lost it.
Well, he said it, they were talking about toilet paper.
Go back this way.
He said they were talking about toilet paper and stuff that isn't even relevant to the separate plans. He was like, I don't have patience for this. Like, we're there for a reason, not to listen to them grow.
I read it. They got it here, toilet papers, they should be doing.
That's what he told me. He's like, you better hurry up and get there. That this is going wrong. They're just complaining about stuff and bringing up stuff that isn't relevant.
I didn't hear anything about toilet paper.
That's why he left. He was super upset because they were talking about stuff that wasn't relevant. All he thought he was here to do was do this, right?
The neighbors.
The neighbors, yeah.
Oh.
So the neighbors like, so from now on, I guess I will figure out the plan. I will write the plan up. I will come down and deal with the pettiness. I mean, when I got in here, everybody was quiet. Nobody said a word. And none of the neighbors, except for the nice lady, wanted to talk to me. And that was it. And maybe it's because I'm more confident. I don't know. I'm not. This is what he wants to do. To give back to, it's also to give back to the community. I think he's having a hard time with people not realizing, like, with what we've been through, we're trying to, like, the track and stuff, like, that's for the community. It's not for just us. Like, give kids something to do than drink and do drugs. Like, we have a mountain bike pump track off to the side, and we let any of the kids come up and use it. They need something to do. I mean, we lost our kid because somebody was high on drugs driving on the road. Like, we want to give, our kids have been on dirt bikes and mountain bikes since they were little kids, and it kept them on the right and narrow track. Like, that's all we're trying to do. We're not trying to, like, make millions of dollars. And yeah, well, some of these campsites help us to pay for our land and to be able to keep it open for people to be able to enjoy it. It's not just for us. And I think he's so passionate about it. And then to hear petty stuff, it's
Well, I think the neighbors are fearful because they just don't know what's happening, because the plan is just not very clear.
and I get that.
And I think
So
I think a clear plan
Yep.
resolves most of this.
Well, I also have tried to talk to a few of the neighbors when I finally get home from work and sit down with them and talk with them, and it is pick. And I literally said to them flat out, I was like, listen, I don't police what you do to your land. I don't search every tooth and nail to see if you did this. I don't expect you to police me. I will jump through the hoops that I need to jump through with the town, and I don't need you to police me. I don't need that. You're not my mom. You're not my dad. Like, and I think that line needs to be drawn and set for them to back off. None of them said one petty thing when I got here. Like, and I just think that they see that they can get Wayne riled.
I don't think it's that at all.
No.
No. I think some of
That's
the,
good to them.
again, I think the folks are fearful because it's unknown. And I think that there's some unresolved boundary line concerns that they don't feel like have been addressed. And I think there's mention of a building that's over the line. There's tree cutting that's happened over a line in their point of view.
Right,
We don't know.
yeah, we don't know.
And I feel like they don't feel like it's being addressed, and so they're fearful. So,
I think they're just nosy.
no, I just think they're fearful.
My talks with them
Yeah.
has been nothing but,
I think communication will resolve most.
so I have to quit my job and stand around there and hold their hands.
I don't know.
That's what it feels like.
I
Like,
think if there's a clear plan and we can say this, exactly this will be exactly here.
Okay.
That'll assuage a lot of their concerns. I think they're just like, what's going on, but the immaterial to what they need. That's just for their concern. We as a board definitely need that stuff in order to approve anything.
okay.
They're definitely concerned about an expansion of the dirt bike track.
No, there's nowhere for it to go.
Well, I mean,
I mean, where the heck are we gonna put it?
to make it more to make it commercial or something like that.
We can't go
Or-
commercial, it's Vermont. Vermont doesn't, there's one sanctioned track in the whole state of Vermont. And the last thing we want to do is go
I
commercial.
understand that they don't necessarily.
I can address that if you would like me to.
Yep.
We don't want it to be commercial. We are just trying to give the community something to do other than drugs.
I think the hip camp ad gives the impression that you're recruiting people from the internet to come ride the track. That's what it reads like, and I get that sense as well.
Okay.
And I think that's where some of the fears.
So that hip camp ad has been out for months.
Right.
Months and months, just to test the water. I mean, yeah, we have our own camper that's there and on a good spot. So if it did hit, somebody could stay in our camper. We're just feeling it out, trying to see if it's even worth it, right? We haven't gotten one hit. And some of the stuff that he's put on there, yeah, I mean, if people come that are riding dirt bikes from, say, Connecticut, and they have they're going to ride derby for the next weekend, and they want to come stay in the camper and ride the dirt bike track, they can.
Yep.
Like, it's just an offer, just like the snowmobile trails up behind us, but we don't maintain that. Right? Like, I get you're trying to be devil's advocate. I just talked to some of these people on a personal level, and I get very nosy, very judgmental, very I read people for a living. That's what I do. So I didn't know who the two gentlemen were. That's the first time I've ever seen them, but
There's some of your neighbors.
Yeah, they're on the, which side?
North and
West side?
Yeah.
West side.
Northwest.
They took to come in on Jones
Yeah,
Lane.
they're the ones who are concerned about the little shed that's right on the line.
They're sugar makers, I think.
It's not on their property. Like, that little shed is not their property. That's the real estate guys.
Marble.
Oh, okay.
So he has nothing to do.
So
with it.
he's between,
And we already have a
they've
sign
got,
down. Gonna pick that up and move it. Property.
I lost track.
Okay,
Yeah, they also border Marbles.
Yes.
And
so they're probably the trailer
so they're
that's
south.
through the woods, and they're not on our property at all. They're just marbles.
Okay.
The only people abutting us is Grass, which I had a great conversation with him. He showed up at our house this weekend. And then
Well, it was,
the ladies, again,
those two guys, up by the gym in the back too.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
south side.
I forget what the name was.
are they,
Gold.
Or
something.
do they have are they tapping trees
Yeah,
out
that's what
there?
he said.
Okay, so I only know the old man. That must be his son.
I would assume.
Yeah.
We should.
And that shed has nothing.
Area vision, or
Personally, yeah.
I guess the Mexican guy down on Route 15, his land on the way up the back there.
Oh, okay. Behind the gravel pit or something.
You
And I'll pull it up on the parcel.
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
So one question I have, and this was the question I called you on, and you said, Vicky, I can't do this over the phone, but I'm sorry, I was at work. Was that right away for, that Karen owns, supposedly, where it is on her land? Is that a private right of way, or is that a right of way for anybody who has land?
I think that right away is for those two women who live in that house now.
Right, but our land butts it. And we want to clean it
I look
out.
at your deed today, the only right of way you have on your property is the driveway there.
So even if the right of way bunts that right of way in the back,
Well, it's a right of way to somebody, but it's not to you.
so we can't access our land. Not that we want to, we just want to use it for a couple of days to take out the junk that the farmer left
Well,
behind.
if you talk nice with Karen, maybe she'll. let
I already
you.
tried.
Yeah.
I personally went to her house and talked to her, and we had a great conversation, but she just was like, I want to make sure that everything slows down a little bit.
Right, so I have. So I think this is,
That's the sugar
yeah,
guys.
the sugar guys.
Okay, so over this way.
And this is Marmal's here.
Yeah.
The Bosler is above,
Oh, no, above on Jones Lane.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
next over, I think, to the left.
This one.
This one. So there's a right of way, so our land goes out. Past,
What's that little triangle?
Here,
Oh, that's part of the one above it on the other side of the
that's
road.
this one here.
Oh, okay.
so the right of way that goes out towards farm, that's going down into the.
I put it in the folder.
Property back there. Get all the junk out.
Oh, that's in here.
And just use the right of way to pull some, because it's right there, all the junk is like right there.
Yeah. Oops, isn't too far. So we need woods here. so-
Yeah. We just wanna pull it out, and when, not Pendergrass, yeah, Pendergrass came to the house. He was like, Vicky, from my understanding, all right of ways that bunt land, people are allowed to use it, I mean, people have used his right of way numerous times. And we don't police who goes.
I think in the deed, it says who has deeded rights.
Yes, to use it.
Like I have one across my property, UVM, they're the only ones that are allowed to go through there.
Really?
Yeah.
So it looks like there's a little road here. I don't know if you're up with this thing.
I'll be happy.
Yep.
I don't think that's,
So there's two of these, Tom. I don't know if somebody walked in with one of them.
It's a different.
They're both the same day. Okay, that's.
so really what we, so you had a list. And I'm gonna start like I'm brand new, fresh, because obviously I'm getting something from here, and I'm getting thrown right in the middle.
I gave you 3 other hip
You
sites
did.
that
I
have
have those.
beautiful maps, a whole list of the regulations and that. Doesn't have to be a professional, some of those.
Good,
This thing doesn't work.
right. Well, yeah. I think he,
So come in, if Tuesday to Thursday,
2 days or 2.
I'm gonna get to it tomorrow.
No, I can't either.
Okay.
I would have to take a scheduled day off and cancel all the appointments. Yeah, I transport people all day,
Oh,
all day. It's a house and walk, a mental health facility, who take
I
all
had an old
the
agenda, something that I wrote
they
on.
transport them and advocate for them.
Yeah, these are fine. I'll probably take a picture of
So
that.
for me, taking a day off means I should cancel all your appointments.
If you want them in.
I know, but I need this done.
This was mine, this is just listening, these are all the
Yeah,
things.
just take a picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I was thinking, I'm gonna try to email it. to you.
Well, that way.
That's even better.
I have all of, yeah, I'm just gonna take over this with his input, obviously, he's the goal behind this. I don't think that he likes some of these things.
Vicky, I think you and I. Somewhere. Simultaneously, dedicated on something. Did you ever work in Melbourne?
I worked with Mount for over 10 years.
That's what it was, yeah.
I managed, all of the restaurants on the Mansfield side of the mountain
Yeah,
for over 10 years.
Still do.
Mike,
I'm in insurance.
I'm gonna
Oh,
entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make your motion.
Second the motion.
All in favor?
No,
Aye.
Just, it clicked when you sat down.
So
That's like-
guys, thank you.
No.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
And I'm sorry
absolutely.
if I came in kind of,
No, you were very.
No, it was good to, yeah.
It was great.
We don't have questions.
We were getting like, we were really trying to.
well, and I kept telling all the neighbors, you know, at the end of the day, thank you for telling me your concerns. I hear them, I appreciate them. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what you think about what we're doing. You don't have the, just like I don't have the right to tell you, hey, you can't have like arguments. Or hey, you can't have those mountain trails. Like you just can't. So
You can't, but there, in the conditional use, there are regulations about the condition and quality of the neighborhood. So that's, those are debatable
We need a
and
motion to adjourn.
depending on where and what things. you
Right,
have
we need a
to do,
motion.
that's where it can get.
We already did. See you, Dolan.
just don't want them to think that they control
Thanks, Jim.
the narrative, like, thank you for your